What's up, guys? My name's Brendan, and I'm here to go over some code that I actually saw from Mackenzie Child. Now, if you don't know who Mackenzie Child is, he's on YouTube, and he did the 12 apps in 12 weeks, or well, the 12-week challenge, and he wrote 12 Ruby on Rails apps in 12 weeks. And this actually got me watching him on YouTube, and I started watching some of his screencasts as he brings them out. And this is the design of his blog that he's using scss to style up, right? Which, if you don't know what scss, it's a compiler for scss that pretty much, it's a preprocessor for CSS, I guess you could say. And he's using that to write all this code. Now, with scss, you can do things very, if you get really advanced into it, you can write a little bit of code and have a lot of output. And I pretty much recreated this from his code using more automated techniques, I guess you could say. Because I like to write a little bit of code and have a lot, done when it comes to CSS, because it just feels more efficient. It's easier to change, it's easier to update, and that's the whole point of SCSS. So let's go ahead and take a look and expand and kind of just see what he's doing in his code. So what he's doing at the very top is, he's bringing in his font family, and he's declaring some color variables, and has the hex values, and he has a white variable where we got the post with, those are the boxes, and then for each box he's declaring a class with the color name and the background color. And oh wait, hold on, this is where things start to get a little inefficient. I mean, even right here you could use in each directive. And then he comes in here and he's using post info, and inside here he has date with the color, and then the read length with the different color, and then the hover, dark and red, and he's doing that for red and green and purple and lime green and all the colors that he's using on this design. So what I was thinking is oh, Mackenzie, why must you do that? It hurts my eyes to see SCSS that could be written so nicely not be. And I understand why. I'm not trying to bash him or anything, but I knew he said something in his video that just kind of made it click when he wrote all this. There's probably an easier way to do this, and there really is, and it's called the each directive in Sass. Now what this is all it pretty much does is you have a list of things. Now this is the multiple assignment one. You actually have one where it's each animal in Puma C. It's not multiple assignment. Honestly, I find more use for the multiple assignment one. So pretty much what it's saying is each, something, 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 in a list with something, something, something. And you can see there's 3 variables and 3 items in this list. And then down here, it's creating the class dynamically based on this list. So here's the code I wrote to shorten up his code. And I actually tweeted this to him. And he actually thought it was pretty cool, and I thought that was awesome, and I kind of rearranged it a little bit, so just easier for me to work with. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make another one, and I'm gonna put Child. Get it? Because his name's Mackenzie Child. Alright, so we're gonna take that, and then we're gonna take his code, and I'm gonna show you what I have done. So let's start up from the top, right? And the way that my code is working is I am using his variables, but in a different way. I'm using them in the each directive multiple assignment way. If my cat does not get off my table. Okay. So pretty much what we're doing is we're making just one variable with a list in it. Now each list is going to have a multiple items in that list. So what I decided to do is I was okay, so each one of these classes is named respectively to the variable. So we're just going to go ahead and take each variable name and throw it into this list, and then we're going to take the color and we're going to throw that into this list. So there we go. We got the class name right there, and then we got the background color for each box. Then what we're doing is, if you look through his code, so we have the class name, and then we have the variable, and then we have, okay, so he has a post info with date, and this date color is different for the red, so let's go ahead and copy that, and the read link's different. So there you go. You already have all what you need from this one class right there. And you can even make that easier with the hover by later on when we use the each directive. So he's doing that for each class. So the green class, purple class, my cat will not get off my table. We have the lime green and pink and orange and whatnot, and I just pretty much made a list of every class that he had named respectively to each each list and everything, and just pretty much each class, all the colors and the name are in this list. And then what we're doing is we're going past all the code he wrote, because he wrote the body and the post and all that. We're coming down here and we're making an each directive. So I'm going to go ahead and bam. So this is what I wrote. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and actually make this easier on myself. I'm going to copy this real fast. Come back down here. My cat is playing with the blinds. So if you hear that, I'm sorry. So pretty much what we're doing here is we're saying, okay, each directive, this is how my list is laid up. I have the class color, or you could even say, it might be a little bit better by doing class name. That might make a little more sense. So we're saying, alright, the class name is the first item in that list. Now if it was the last thing, we would have it at the end of this list. And I even, in this comment, I kind of have it respectively laid out just how I have it laid out here. But in that first item, we have the class name. That is what I want you to use for the class name. Then we have the background color for that box. Then we have the date color coming up next. Then we have the read length color coming up next. And all this is located in one little beautiful spot, box background list. So what does that mean? Okay, exactly. So to recap all that is pretty much we're declaring each object in this list through a variable. And then we can go and take these variables right here and use them in the each directive. So what we're going to do is we're going to say this first item in the list, since it's a class name, let's go ahead and throw it on there and make it a class name. And then you know what, we need the background color. Let's go ahead and grab that second object in that list and throw it in there in the background. And then the post info, well, let's see, we got the date here. Well, that's the third object in this list. Go ahead and throw it in there. And then the fourth, but read length, same thing. It's the last object in this list, it's the last object here, length, color, awesome. And then just to get the little hover effect, we just throw in a little and hover background, darken the background color 10%. It's simple as that. And that's what I love about scss, is it's as simple as that. Now yeah, this did take me, I've never really worked with this little comma's not supposed to be there, but I've never really worked with in each directive, so I was a little confused. But whenever I started thinking about it a little bit easier, things came to my head like, oh yeah, that's real simple. Once I realized how to lay everything out and all that. So if you guys want to check this out, go ahead and come over to my code pin. The link will be down in the description, or come over here to Mackenzie's blog design. He might be updating this, he might not, but either way, I'm going to post each one in the description. I'm going to have a link to my to the full, and well, maybe not the full, but I'm also going to have a link to my code pin, Twitter, and all that stuff. Also, I'm going to link down to Unicast and Mackenzie Child's Twitter and YouTube channel. So I hope you guys all go check him out. He's a great video maker on YouTube. I hope this helped him out. I did tweet him this, and this is the reason I'm making this video, especially for him. So Mackenzie, I hope I didn't say anything to bash on your code or anything, but you know, Sass makes things easier. So let's all just write some clean, cool, dynamic Sass. You know what I'm saying? So I want to thank everybody who has seen this video for watching. If you guys want to see more videos, I am planning to come out with more very soon. I have more Sass videos actually lined up and all, but other than that, I want to thank you guys once again for watching, and like always, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, guys.